Thank you, Senator. Just so I can explain to people what's going on here. We have votes in progress. Neither Ms. Duckworth nor I know how many votes are going to be, but yeah, something like that. So I have already voted on this one, and so I do have, before we dismiss you as the first panel, I want to take my turn here. And what I'd like to do is go ahead and give the background of a case that you're familiar with, and so that I can get it in the record and find out a little more clearly where we are in resolving, hopefully, this issue, which I think should be resolved at some point. So I'll go ahead, Mr. Manger. The SBA acted in two policy notices early in 2017 that have resulted in staffing firm franchisees' inability to qualify for SBA loans and other services that previously they qualified for. So we're talking about people out there who are no longer qualified, and that was one of the changes that took place in 2017. SBA's actions have overturned years of SBA precedent, and as a result are preventing small businesses across the nation, including those owned by veterans, women, minorities, from obtaining SBA loans. The issue at hand is whether the franchisors of staffing firm companies like Express Employment Professionals in Oklahoma City directly control their franchisees, and as a result, whether or not these franchisees should be classified as small businesses. Unlike what SBA's 2017 notice implies, Express Corporate does not directly control its franchisees. Direct Corporate does not hire or fire its franchisees, employees, and the 2017 notice does not take into account the unique product of staffing firm franchises. Express Corporate simply requires that its franchisees, employees get paid on time and in full in order to ensure compensation for those workers. The minimal level of oversight exercised by staffing firm franchises like Express Corporate should be clear that they do not directly control their franchisees. And I understand there are ongoing discussions between the SBA and Express on this issue. However, staffing firm franchisees are continually being denied SBA votes. So the votes have been denied in this process. And so I guess, best way to start this off, Mr. Manger, is should Congress provide SBA more clarity on this issue so as to ensure small businesses like Express and franchisees are not denied SBA loans? Do you think that Congress should provide clarity in this?
So Senator, let me just tell you what we've done in the last couple of years.
Yes.
We did change the franchise policy at the agency. As you know, per the Small Business Act, we are only allowed to make capital available to a small business. We cannot make capital available to a business through affiliation that it really is a big business. So we did change the franchise rules. We took in-house an SBA directory. I'm happy to say that the eligible franchises on the SBA directory has increased 90% since we put the new policy in place. We went from having just over 2,000 brands, eligible SBA, eligible franchises on the SBA directory, and now we're up to over 3,800 brands that are eligible for SBA financing. Since the change was made, we've also seen an increase in the dollars going to franchises over the last 2 years of 43%. So the franchise program is doing extremely well at the agency. I understand the situation that you're speaking about, and we are addressing that situation, sir, and I am pleased to say that we have an agreement in principle with this company, and we are prepared to move forward.
I see it. Have you personally been involved with any of these principles?
I had met with them actually when they came into Washington. I met with them in a conference room at the SBA headquarters, and I've had people in my office as well as the Office of General Counsel working diligently with them for the past few months, as you know. Again, at this point, we have an agreement, and we're going to move forward.
Well, we're looking forward to that, and I appreciate that very much. I was thinking if clarity is needed, it'd probably have to be in the form of legislation, but I want to assure you, anything that we would do, we would be working closely with you because we have in the past and would continue to do that.
I appreciate that very much, Senator.
Now, let me
Thank you.
ask,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
have you already had a chance to visit?
No. I
Okay.
would so much like to.
We'll recognize Senator Cantwell.